Our company started in 1920 by our great-grandfather, and we are fourth generation. Our great-grandfather worked in the business, then our grandfather, our father, who is still involved, and Paul and I work with two other brothers, Mark and Andrew. We started out as your small-town lumber yard, and Dad began evolving the company in the 1970s by focusing on manufacturing. It's when we got into the pressure-treated lumber business, and that's primarily what we do.
Our father tells us, and it's a funny story, that we sold Lowe's back in the beginning days and even pulled house packages back when Lowe's was in Wilkesboro, one store. With Lowe's, we're always looking for ways to evolve. And sustainability and the efforts to measure the sustainability is something we talk about even with our merchants and the executive leadership at Lowe's. So anything we can do to strengthen our partnership, strengthen our relationship, and if it's important to Lowe's, it's definitely going to be important to us.
The Lowe's sustainability team has been great because they provided means to help quantify our sustainability. They've sent us links to EPA calculators, links to South Carolina DHEG that provides incentive grants that encourages the use of battery technology. So they've helped hold our hand and guide us through this process as we're learning how to document our sustainability. Today's modern sawmills don't waste anything, even in our small mill.
So the bark is getting sold to Oldcastle, and they'll take it, they'll clean it up, bag it, and sell it to Lowe's. Our sawdust is getting sold to fire boilers. Our chips are getting sold back to the paper companies. The shavings that we're making our remanufacturing primarily goes to poultry operations that they're using it for their bedding.
We also have our own truck fleet that enables us to deliver products to Lowe's stores where they want it and when they want it. One of the advantages and how that's sustainable is all our trucks are relatively new.
We began probably 4 or 5 years ago converting all of our small forklifts to electric. Any forklift up to about a 12,000 pound capacity. Probably by next year we will have converted our entire fleet of small forklifts to electric power.
We source locally. We try to limit our inbound freight to sawmills that are within 50 to 100 miles. We are also at the same time adding chemical that's preserving wood. The wood industry has a great story that we just haven't told. We sequester carbon. It's what the trees do.
The life cycle of pine trees, after you plant them, typically you do 2 thinnings, and then you do a final harvest. After this, next winter, we'll come back and we'll replant and start the process all over again. This was planted in January. You can already see the amount of new growth that it has. And so the idea is that this will be a nice, healthy tree. These trees are about 35 years old and on schedule to be cut in the next 1 to 2 years.
As a generational company, we are harvesting trees that my grandfather planted, that my father planted. I'm planting trees that I may never even see harvested. We're always planning for the next generation. So at our very core is sustainability. That's what we're doing.